Today is so exciting because I have a show and tell for you. It's a different kind of video than I've done before, but I had the idea and now we're doing it. You may hear some noise in the background. I'm gonna really try to edit it so that you don't, but I live with other people, so it happens. But I really wanted to show you some of like my witchy books. I put on like my cute little like plague doctor skull necklace, and if you can't tell, I'm like super into Halloween and anything witchy, and let's get into it. Let's just get right in because I'm probably gonna talk a lot about every single book. So this is in no particular order, but I'm going to show you journals that I have and books that I own. And this isn't all of them. This is just like some of the main ones that I thought of. We'll start off with the Tarot Companion. The Tarot Companion. The Tarot Companion. The tracing is so good. Also, my camera's moving, so it's a great day. This is a book that I got from Earthbound Trading Company. Earthbound Trading Company. Earthbound Trading Company. Which is, if I had to describe it, if you don't know what it is like if Urban Outfitters was like all witchy and like hippie and spiritual. Like if it was like the entire store. Urban Outfitters was like that. That's where Earthbound is. So I got it there, and this is actually the second tarot book that I got, that I ever bought to help me like learn tarot. So yeah, I really like this one in particular. This is the last one that I think I'll ever buy. I like this one in particular because of how much in depth it goes into like about the cards. For example, if we start with the Fool. If we start with the Fool, it tells you the upright meaning. It tells you, sorry, it tells you the upright meaning. It tells you some insights that this card offers. It tells you reverse meaning. It gives you some key words. It tells you a wisdom message. Like it really just gives you so much information about one card. But that being said, I really like to focus on trying to read intuitively. So that actually brings me to our next book. The next book. See this gold. I really like the gold detailing on this book before we move on. Let's appreciate the gold. See, it's kind of shiny. It's not really showing in the. You can kind of see it when I tilt it that way. But yeah. Oh, this is by Liz Dean. In case you wanted to pick it up. What I did is I took the descriptions out of this book, and I made my own. I recorded my own interpretations and thoughts about it in this little notebook with bugs all over it. See, here's a dragonfly with these beautiful wings and a caterpillar and some sort of beetle up here, and down here we have a beetle. I love bugs. I do. didn't always. But then I realized this vibing just like me. Essentially I took this book down, and what I did is you can kind of see the cover. Some a little personal, but my connections to swords. So what I would do is I would talk about the ace and like relate it to some part of my life. So actually I'll share some of that. For the Ace of Swords, I connected it to how I felt after finding out that I was accepted to college. So that gives me like personal insight into the card rather than trying to like just look up what it means or what it's supposed to mean. And I find that makes reading a lot more personal, and I feel like it makes readings a lot better. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. That's what I do with this book. This book, my nails. Guys, I can't have nails because of my job. Not that I ever really got acrylics anyway. I've only had acrylics once in my life, and they're super fun, but I can't even like paint my nails. So I did like, you can barely see it. I thought it would show up on camera, but I did like this really sheer, like shimmery color that I'm gonna have to take off tonight. But I wanted to have like something pretty for you all to look at. Okay, so next, I've shown you one journal and one book. Let's go into another book. This, I think, is like the first like witchy book I ever bought. The Green Witch. And when I was first like getting into this type of, I don't know what to call it, but when I was first getting into it, I was like, I love plants. I'm a green witch. I don't really consider myself any specific type, like whatever anymore, but I would say I'm definitely like witchy enough to be self-proclaimed witch. But this texture. This is why I wanted to do ASMR with this, because this texture. Let me shut up so you can enjoy it. Says your complete guide to the natural magic of herbs, flowers, essential oils, and more. And this is by Erin Murphy Hiscock. Yeah, I love this book because there's a section in it. I apparently have a bookmark in it. Let's honestly, guys, let's go to this page. Let's see that this is on this page. Grounding yourself. It's my bookmark page. I'm always working on grounding this. I'll share a little bit of what it says. I'll share the numbered list. Here it says, take three deep, slow breaths. Take three deep, slow breaths. And then next, take a moment to feel your own energy flowing through your body. Focus on a point in the center of your chest and visualize a small, green, glowing light there. This is your energy center. This is your energy center. I'm just gonna read that because I don't want to waste too much time. But I love this book because in the back of it, there's like an area where it has like all these different herbs, like so many different herbs, and they're in alphabetical order. There's also like recipes in here for like tinctures and teas and stuff. I'm looking for it, but basically any herb that you can think of. Yeah, you can see. They're in alphabetical order, like cumin, coriander, like dill, dandelion, and they can tell. It tells you like what they are good for, what they could be used for. So here we have dandelion, which I love dandelion tea. If you've never had dandelion tea, there's this roasted dandelion tea that I drink, and it is so good. It is so good. It's so delicious. Dandelion is good for longevity. It enhances psychic ability, intuition, and is a spiritual and emotional cleanser. So I love it because if you wanted to like do some kind of candle ritual or something, you could look in the back and be like, oh, well, I have this, this, and this. What are all these things good for? But I'm at a different point in my life with this stuff, and I think that I'm, as a result, a little bit farther away from any candle magic and rituals like that. But that is and could be very temporary because I was just in college for so long and it was just not practical. But there's a reason I keep these books. You just never know. Never know. Okay, moving on. This isn't really a witch book, but it's a journal for sure that says witch on it. It says witchy on it. It's witchy thoughts. And this is so special because you see it's like this velvet material. So soft. It does catch hair though. It's not very cute. I do lint roll this journal sometimes. You can see. I had to go back to cross the T and dot the I. But it says witchy thoughts, and I got this at Spirit Halloween like so many years ago. I can't really even think about it. But I also have one that's like a light blue velvet color, and it says the moon made me do it, and that one I put my poems in. But this one is just like, I won't be opening because this one's just my personal journal. My personal journal that I haven't written in probably a couple of months. When I feel that I do it, I am kind of bad at like being consistent with journaling, but I have a lot of other outlets, so I get really reflective and introspective at the end of each year. So that's when I get more than I normally am, which I'm always like that, but so that's normally when I bust out the journal and start writing more poetry and start thinking more about what I want out of this life, you know. So this is where I put my witchy thoughts, or just any thought. Okay. Alright. So next is another book. It's actually by that same author. Erin Murphy Hiscock. Right here it says, the author of The Green Witch. So that book obviously came first, but this one also has that same very fun texture. And it's called The House Witch. The House Witch. And it has this beautiful detailing right under. you that I did it bottom to top. And I'm sorry if you didn't notice, but then it bothered you after I mentioned it. But this book is, so if the Green Witch is about plant magic, this book is about kitchen magic, creating a magical space with rituals and spells for hearth and home. It's about being a trad wife. Guys, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is for people who want to be trad wife witches. Cauldron play. Wait. Hang on. Okay. I'll read some of the introduction of the House Witch to you. Okay. Your home is a place of refuge, renewal, and creativity, where you begin and end each day. It is also the primary root of your energy and spirituality. The House Witch works to honor and strengthen that sacred space, making it as simple, peaceful, and nourishing as possible. Unlike green witches who focus on nature-based practices and kitchen witches who concentrate on food and cooking, the House Witch explores the use of magic of the home, while the other spiritual paths often look beyond the home to focus on the natural world. The House Witch creates a solid and supportive space to work from, a literal and magical home base. That's so beautiful. Create your own magical space. I actually don't think I've read this one at all. I've read like a good chunk of The Green Witch, but I don't remember much. It was so long ago. But I don't think I've read much of this. I think I probably have flipped through it a couple times, but nothing too serious. But again, you keep it on hand because you just never know. I don't have my own space yet. That's all mine. But when I do, I might want to learn how to make it a magical space. Do you know what I mean? You keep it around just in case. Okay, next book. This is so pretty. I honestly feel so lucky that I even came across this journal because it was in a random craft store. I actually forget which one, but it was one of the main ones, like Michael's. It might have been a Michael's. I think it was in a Michael's in a mall, in a really big mall. There was a Michael's in it, and there was only one of this. At least maybe it was in the wrong spot, but there was only one of this. And do you see how pretty, like, it shimmers? The gold. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. This is my tarot journal that I also don't really write in anymore. But I use this, I would say I used this a lot more when I was learning tarot. I mean, I'm still learning tarot. You're always learning tarot. But I mean, when I was like first getting started, I very much was like, I need somewhere to write everything down so I can go back and reference like old readings and things. So I would write all my learnings in here. Let's see if we have any fun things to share. Okay, so I had when I first was learning tarot, there was like all these cards. Some cards just look so similar to me. An example is the Justice card, the Emperor card, and the Hierophant. And basically, I called them the Red Robe Boys, because they were all wearing red robes. So I was like, what am I supposed to get from this? So I had a series in my, I also only write in purple in this journal. But I had a series called, okay, WTF is the difference? So so that I could learn the new little nuances between each of the cards that looked similar to me. So, and I also did fun little like exercises with tarot cards in here and interviewing my deck and etc. 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 But this is just such a pretty journal, like literally says journal, 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 journal. Okay, that might have been a little loud. Gonna have to fix that. Gonna have to fix that in editing so I don't blow out your eardrums. The world here. World here. Oh, you can really see it now. Get the world here. And then I got all these lines of latitude and longitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude. And then we've got some continents. Some continents that are traced in gold. Traced in gold. So this is where I keep everything when I decide to keep it. If I decide to keep it, this is where it goes. Or tarot. Okay, moving on. I have this book that is that like really fun, like matte texture. It's like, I mean, maybe you can see it. I don't know if you can see a texture. I think you can, but I don't know. It's really soft. You can hear it. Maybe if I compare it to something like this book. They kind of sound the same. I don't know, guys. It's like this soft, matte type of texture for a book. And this book is called Psychic Witch, a metaphysical guide to meditation and magic. Or meditation, magic, and manifestation. And I bought this book forever ago, and I think I only got, is there even a bookmark in it? There was a bookmark in it. Not me fully giving up. I'll go back to it. One day when I'm bored and I have all the time in the world. But I read like a good chunk of like the beginning. And there was like some good stuff in here. There was some good stuff in here. Like, I'm happy to have this book for sure. One of the things that this book mentions about being a witch is just believing that you are. There was like an exercise in here that literally said, like as just as like homework to send home with you. Spend an entire day pretending that you're a witch, like you're a little kid, and you know that you have powers, and you're like, oh, I can make this happen, I can make this happen, and just pretend and enjoy it. And I feel like that speaks a lot to like what manifestation is essentially, or what like currently on the internet we call Delulu. When you kind of sit in that, you kind of notice things change a bit. Just a bit. We won't go all the way into it because there's a lot to be said about these topics, yeah. There's a lot to be said about these topics, and there's a lot of people that I feel like misspeak about them and make them seem very exclusive, but they're not very exclusive. They're not very exclusive. So this is the Psychic Witch. Okay. And then we only have 2 more things left, and they're both journals. This is a journal. It's a decomposition book. I'm sure you guys have seen these places. They're so cute. I love just the way the designs are on them, like these there's so many different designs for these, but I love this one. Has a Pegasus on it, a Pegasus with this beautiful tail, and these like fun, like almost Greek looking designs. But there's also a Pegasus on the back, and it says Pegasus. And yeah, so this book I wrote down when I would do like little like spells. I would write down like what I did, and I think the first thing I ever did, oh, I also wrote down stuff like about elements, water and air, and like what the elements mean. I feel so far away from this stuff, you guys, but I really did we did a lot. This one's fire, and then I did this. This is so cute. I actually really love this. And then I wrote this chart. If you guys don't know, things are falling. If you guys don't know, I got this chart from another ASMR video. Shout out, like she needs one. Shout out Mauve ASMR, because she does a lot of tarot ASMR and like Zodiac and like chart stuff, and I think it's so fun to bring that stuff into an ASMR space. But she did one where she said she did like a cheat sheet for the Zodiac, and so she wrote out this entire thing. And I just like one day was listening to it and I was like, why don't I write this down? And I wrote it down. And I'll tell you a secret. I have never used this cheat sheet. I've never used this cheat sheet, but it is so nice to just have it, isn't it? Because what if I needed it? You know? I also love this font. I don't think this was a part of our video. No, it wasn't. I got this font off of Pinterest and I just copied it. I copied it into the journal. You can see there all the symbols: fire, water, cardinal, fixed, mutable, and when they all are, and the types of personality traits they may have. And this is in order for the year. Yeah, it looks super interesting. I wonder if there's anything else in here. Tarot stuff, the Minor Arcana. I'm pretty sure this is also from Mauve ASMR. I will link her video down below where like she does these things, because I think they're so relaxing, and if you guys like this, you'll definitely like that. She's really good. She's great. Yeah. And I wrote stuff about like how to take care of your crystals, like just witchy stuff. And again, I haven't written in here in so long. I feel like a lot of this information went from being stuff that I write down to being stuff that I know in my head. Not all of it, but a good chunk of it. And then last but not least, this is my manifestation journal. And I honestly, guys, this is so embarrassing. Everything I say is like, it's not really, I'm not really using it. Oh, thank God. My dog's barking. One second. Okay. So basically, I keep saying I'm not using anything anymore. I still have it because I will use it, but I was just in college for like a really long time, so I just was like not using anything, and that's gonna be my excuse. But basically, I thought this was so cute because I got this at Target like a couple years back, and it says Fables on it in this beautiful like gold whatever. So in my head, I'm like, fables are stories, right? Like, and when I manifest, I feel like a lot of times it's like me telling stories in my head. It's fables. It's fables. These are my fables. These are my fables. But eventually they come out of being a fable and they become true. Hopefully. So I won't show you too much of this because a lot of it is like personal. But I'll actually show you one that I never finished. A lot of the time. Okay. Guys, I'm so sorry. This video, if it has a lot of cuts, it's because people in my house are talking and the walls are paper thin. Okay. So basically, yeah, I get a lot of stuff out of Pinterest and copy it, but like this is a font that I got from Pinterest font. I basically just shaded the sides, but there's some affirmations if you want to say some affirmations with me. You can read along. I am magical. Oh, up here it says daily affirmation. I am magical. I am beautiful. I am wealthy. I am successful. I am loved. And then at the bottom here I say, take as needed. Repeat 3 times for better results. And so when I was first getting into like the idea of manifesting, I just would like repeat those in the morning, or just whenever, and try to believe them. And I will say that it worked, because now I don't really need to repeat it, I just believe it. I just believe it. I love affirmations. Do you guys like affirmations? Do you specifically actually like affirmations? You watching this right now, if you like affirmations, leave a like and then leave me a comment telling me to make a video doing affirmations. Or don't, just relax. I'm sorry I keep telling you to like things. I just want to know what you guys like so that I can make it. I might make an affirmation video. That would be really fun. It would be really fun. So that is everything for today. Thank you for staying along for this journey and seeing all of my little witchy books and journals. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next